Come on, Bangs, you can stay. Stop. You're an inanimate object. I can tell you what to do. Okay, guys, I don't want you to get too excited here, but I think I found the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Dude, solid reference. Yeah, I know. Anyway, by life, the universe, and everything, I actually mean to making friends, which I think most of us can agree is pretty much the same thing. Alright, are you ready? Because I don't think that you are. Oh my gosh, just say it. Alright. The secret, I think, is these 4 simple words. No way! Me too. Alright, maybe a little explanation is necessary. In all honesty, I got the idea from a C.S. Lewis quote that goes something along the lines of, what, you think I'm gonna look up the exact quote? You have obviously never watched one of my videos before. Anyway, the quote goes something along the lines of, friendship is what happens when 2 people get together and one of them says to the other, no way, you too? I thought I was the only one. And the more I think about it, the more sense it makes to me. Thinking back to middle school, which I think most of the human population can agree is the absolute worst experience you could put someone through. I can choose between being tortured and reliving middle school. Torture, please. Anyway, I think one of the main reasons it sucks so much is that everybody's experiencing all these things for the first time and they're all terrified to admit it. I remember one specific time in 7th grade when I was changing for PE and just mentioned the fact that I was starting to get acne, and almost immediately some girl just vomited out the words, oh my gosh, that is so weird, you're so disgusting. Of course, that's just one example, but when I really start to think about the things that people will deny that they've experienced, they'll somehow insinuate that the person actually admitting to experience that thing is somehow dirty or freakish or even inhuman. Obviously, thinking back, the phrase, the lady doth protest too much comes to mind, but unfortunately, middle school Mandy did not have this perspective. In trying to portray themselves as perfect, people often, and not unintentionally, point the finger at someone else in order to get the spotlight off of themselves. And if you'll notice, the next time you're in a group setting, it really only takes one person saying something to get the whole group to turn on whoever it is that they're singling out in that moment. But the secret that none of those people will admit is that the reason they're so quick to jump onto that bandwagon is because they're absolutely mortified of that exact same spotlight getting turned back onto them. For me personally, I was so utterly terrified of being different in any way that I learned to just keep quiet, and as I started going through the normal stages of growing up, I truly believed that I was the only one who wasn't, for lack of a better word, perfect. But holding all that in just made everything worse, and it meant that I learned very early on in my adolescence how to keep secrets, and I truly believe that this is the most dangerous skill any teenager can have. But I've had this viewpoint for a while now, and while it's totally changed the way that I myself interact with people, it's equally changed the way that other people interact with me. Sure, some people are taken aback by how candid I can be about a lot of things, and a lot of people are still very tentative about acknowledging their own quirks, struggles, and imperfections. But even in interacting with those people, I hope that I can make some sort of difference in the way that they think about what it means to be, you know, human? And can I tell you something else I've learned since my conversion to this perspective? Why do you even pretend to ask? You're going to say it anyway. Fair point. But what I've learned since accepting and opening up about my own imperfections, struggles, and difficult experiences is that life, the universe, and everything that we experience within our own humanity can be kind of hilarious. Seriously, and I know that a lot of the things that we like to keep to ourselves are very sad or weighty or difficult to deal with and accept. But once you open up about those things, not only do they become easier to accept, deal with, or even ameliorate, but they also become easier to laugh about. And I don't know about you, but I'd easily rather be laughing than crying 98% of the time. The other 2% of the time, I'm watching Homeward Bound. Now, I'm not saying that you should just go around spilling all your deepest, darkest secrets to every person that you meet. I mean, as avid viewers of my channel, I obviously do not need to inform you that I've kind of already made a video about that. Link in the description. But what I am saying is that honesty, both to yourself and to the people around you, is so much better than anything else you could ever think of to say. Because you yourself are simultaneously human, experiencing so many of the same things as the people all around you, as well as unique and altogether incredibly interesting. You just have to give the real you the chance to prove that to yourself. So, is there anything that when you were younger you thought you were the only person in the history of the universe to experience that you later learned was totally normal? Feel free to leave your thoughts and stories in the comment section down below, because I mean, sharing embarrassing stories and finding people you have things in common with, that's what the internet's for, right? Also subscribing to my channel, that's also what the internet's for, but mostly the first one.